Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play series with Aragorn and Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile. Last episode we established the Principality of Ithilien. Uh, we vassalized the Shire, and I think we were sorting out some of this mess as well. We still have a bit of territory in the south to capture, so we can solidify our control over Umbar. If I remember correctly, one of the colonies got taken by a thief. So basically, this was a colony. I gave it to my vassal, and he lost it to a thief event that stole the colony from him. The colony was completed. We can see it has a 0 development, but somehow is a castle. So that's what that event does. It finalizes the colony, but it has a chance of being stolen. So we need to take this away. It is part of our de jure territory in Arnor. We also need to take this bit of land here from the dwarves, because that's part of our de jure territory as well. We need to continue developing the area of Arnor in general, but in particular, we need to move the seat of kings to Anuminas, and for that we need to completely control Arthedain. We're not that far off from completely controlling Arthedain. We still have a few gaps here and there. Um, some in the south, some in the east, some in the middle as well. We are starting to run out of time. Aragorn is currently 140, so we have less than 10 years to get the achievement that we are trying to get, namely Aragorn defeats Sauron and take all decisions relating to the United Kingdom before the age of 150. We do need to move the capital because we need to take a decision that I forgot to take because I'm a noob. But other than that, I don't think we will be able to colonize most of Cardolan. Like, Cardolan is really empty, and we can even start to see the contour here. Um, Rudauer, it looks almost done, but it still has considerable gaps. I'd say we have about 2/3 of it done. I don't think we can get the rest of it done in just 10 years. We'll do as much as we can, but at some point I think we'll just have to carpet colonize as much of this as we can and see if that fires the achievement or not, because I can't imagine any other way we can do this. I don't know if we have to also include the territories in the north for it. There is a decision here to reintegrate the northern provinces, which consists of the lowlands of Angmar, and also Forokel, the Kingdom of Forokel. The Kingdom of Forokel is not entirely colonized. There are some tribes in the region that we can conquer. And Mount Gram is busy colonizing the lowlands of Angmar, so we're gonna let them colonize the lowlands of Angmar. I did give this vassal the task to expand into the wilderness, and he expanded in a direction I did not want him to. So we're gonna have to take away that territory from him and give it to someone else. Am I fabricating? I am. In where? In here. I'm gonna let this run once. We were attempting to get the duchy title for this region. This one, which is currently being held by this vassal here. So we're gonna let it run once, and if that doesn't succeed, we're gonna switch to this territory here, so that we can give this to someone else and have them colonize in that direction. I don't think he still needs to continue colonizing, but we can let him do that. We're gonna start off probably by taking this bit of land so we can solidify Umbar. And I would like to conquer these territories as well, simply to block Belakar from expanding in this direction. We will run up against the Kingdom of Rey, which has a faith that is considered evil. And in general, most of the people in the south have a evil kind of faith. Yep. These are absolutely gonna be evil. They're Adonaic. Most of these are, if I'm not wrong. We do have some dwarves here. But most of these are Karadunai, they're Adonaic. We consider them hostile, so all of these will be ripe for conquest. We're far away from this though, so we're gonna start with this region here. Did I just see? We inherited some men-at-arms apparently. Saurian short bows, which are not particularly good. They only counter skirmishers. They do have high stats. We'll leave them in for the moment, and we're gonna declare this war. If I can find my summoning place, let's put it a bit further away. Just to quickly check the colonies I have ongoing. Ost-Belagram is almost done. Magruad still needs to be developed. I think I will, after all, pass this over to Eldarion, who's currently my heir and son. And where's the rest of the colonies? There's one here. And where's the fourth one? Come on, game. Where's the fourth one? It's gonna be north somewhere. It's Amonsul. Okay. Back to our war. They don't really have anything to resist us with, but I'm waiting for my trebuchets to pop up. There we go. We can stop recruiting. We're gonna quickly intercept their army. Trading outposts in Magruad are done. So let's go continue to develop the rest of it, so that Eldarion doesn't spend money on it. He's not exactly made of cash. We have Pilgrim's Quarters in Lonely Isles. This is here. We will need to give this away at some point, but not quite yet. It can wait. We have stockades built in Magruad. And at this point, we can give this to our son, who currently has a bit of an economy. He'll be fine. That's the full duchy there. Let's give him the colony. He should be able to develop this on his own. Meanwhile, we're gonna continue. I gave this vassal the instruction to expand. He's not really listening to me. So we're gonna do it for him. We're gonna start with the bears. Back to intercepting this army. We managed to catch them before they laid siege. That's their army eliminated. We can get rid of the prisoners here. Aragorn is having a bit of stress. We were taking vassals out off one of our dukes in the last episode, so we do need to be careful with his stress levels. It's not anything urgent, but we don't want to get into a situation where it's urgent. Have you finished? You have. So, where were you? Here. We can now feudalize this. We'll build a hospice as always. It's summer, so I can see a bit. So we could say put a city. Won't make much difference. We'll put a city here. We're gonna give you this territory. It's part of your de jure duchy. This is the territory you should have colonized, not up north. We can expand some more, so let's fill some more gaps in here. We'll start with the wolves. We're being raided by Sauron in the north. I don't exactly have a position to intercept him, but I should now. We've obtained this territory. Let's disband our military here. We have a betrothal. This is my daughter, not my youngest. I still need to find someone to betroth her to. He is from the same dynasty as mine. We're gonna accept this marriage. Their marriage should produce some pretty good stats in their offspring, so hopefully they'll be fine. I'm gonna quickly throw some hospices in here. You can get rid of this and of this. I'm gonna find someone to figure these guys out in a moment. For now, I'm gonna try and intercept Sauron's troops. Maybe here. We should have enough time. That should be more than enough. Let's take away the special troops and let's intercept this army. Thank you for the poem, Elrond. There we are. We've intercepted Sauron's raiding party, and now he has no army to speak of. We recovered some of the loot. We're gonna go for mental resilience, because we are stressed at the moment. We're considerably over our vassal limit, so we're gonna have to do something about our vassals as well. We're gonna add another vassal here in just a moment. How is your military situation? I think he will be stable. I'll think about giving him the title for the kingdom. I would have liked for him to have some more military power. This is not a lot. Let's see if we can increase things for him. We could build this special building. It would give him more holding taxes, so we'll do that, I think. how developed is this place? Not very. They're in a slightly similar situation. A bit more fortification, I would say. You have nothing in here. Let's give you a hospice. And let's build you a city there. And the rest of these are fully fleshed out. Lonely Towns built in Megoth. We've already looked at that. Bustling colony in Amon Sol. Your economy is getting better. Let's build you a trading outpost. I think it's time we take this away from the dwarves and this away from her. Can we attack you outright? We can seize it. Let's seize it. She shouldn't have it. Give me trebuchets, please. Yes, I'm sure you would love to call me friend. That's exactly how that works. Right, let's build the stockades. How is your money situation? Not great. I'm gonna give him a gift. And I'm gonna give him the colony. It is his de jure territory. He shouldn't be abandoning it. We now have room for one more colony, so let's do one here. That's enough, game. Who was that? Just let him go. We're gonna enforce this. Now, this vassal here, he has a bunch of land here as well. We're gonna take this land away from him, and we're gonna give it to someone else. So, we do have a claim on his title. I think it is time to do that. Let's wait for that to fire. That's fine. The Amazing Tales of the Rings of Power. No, you can have that back. I do not want your book. It is actually quite bad. Very bad. You now have your territory back. We'll build you a hospice there. And you are sitting in the province that you initially had the claim for. It is where you belong. And now I need to find someone to give these territories to. We need to replace this with a hospice as well. This has a hospice, you're all good. This needs walls and towers. So I need to find someone to give this territory to. And I need to find someone to give this territory to as well. So I'll be right back. I'll pause the video and I'll see you in just a moment. So welcome back. We gave this duchy to This gentleman here, he's from the house Nospalantir, which is the house that's holding the governorate of Serelond. I thought we'd give this dynasty a helping hand as well. And in the north, we replaced our vassal here with one from our own dynasty. It's the third son of this lady here. So now her son, when he's going to come of age, he's gonna administer this duchy here. In the meantime, he's under a regency. We're gonna carry on now. We gave away the land. I am over my domain limit though, so let me just quickly check why. It could be from one of the colonies. Or it could be from these islands. Okay. Wolves subdued in Mar Eketyaron. Let's take care of the bandits. This is gonna finish in a second. There we go. This is some distance away. And this is gonna finish in a moment as well. It is time to take the last territory away from the dwarves, so we're gonna seize this territory. Unfortunately, we won't be able to forcibly vassalize the dwarf that used to be independent. We'll survive without. Bustling colony in Megoth, which was this one. Let's build some trading outposts. Where are we developing? In Taubthir, which is not where you're supposed to be. Dolgomran. We'll put you here for now. We've just wasted that development, unfortunately. Did you just finalize the colony? You have, haven't you? Yes, yes you have. Is this... How many? You can hold 9 and you're only holding 3. But the colony was completed anyway. I'm gonna arrest this gentleman and then I'm gonna set him loose. We're gonna in fact recruit him. We're gonna place hospices and we're gonna give you your territory so that you can administer it yourself. That means we can now place another colony. This one would be part of your duchy as well. We could colonize a different one. And if we grab this at any point, we can tell him to colonize, but I don't trust that he's gonna do it, so let's finish this ourselves. The Dwarvish troops are stronger, but they barely have any, so this shouldn't be an issue. We're gonna siege our target. No, that's not the title I wanted, so we're gonna deny that one. Where did I say I wanted to fabricate? I had something important to take and I can't remember what. I'm gonna pause the video and just gonna have a quick look because I know there was someplace important I wanted to fabricate. I'll be right back. Right, it was the colony up north here. We were supposed to take away this territory because it's outside of his duchy. Uh, we have the colonies we were after. Let's march on with our war. Trading outpost in Megoth. That means we can build stockades and we can give you your colony. So let's do that. You can finalize that yourself, sir. How is your economy going? We'll give you some towers. You're doing fine for now. You are still undergoing development. And did you... You're fine on money. You are developing this. You're fine on money. Let's see in what direction he expands. And let's see in what direction he expands as well. We can sort out the territories later, but ideally we want them to expand. You finished building this colony, well done. We're gonna give you some walls and towers, and we're gonna tell you to expand as well. We're gonna give you some money for it. Hopefully he should expand in the right direction. Have you finalized your colony? No, you have not. Who's your heir? Oh, well, that's annoying. You murdered her yourself. Okay. God, I hate Crusader Kings sometimes. I don't understand why he murdered her. Okay. We can colonize ourselves as well. Let's establish this one. There. Is there anything around my capital? No. And we do need to restore the province. I'm at war, so I can't do it. How old are you now? You're 141. Is anyone else holding territory that's de jure mine? No. We've taken prisoners, I think. Let's fight the army. We'll just release you if you don't want to do that. What was built in Dol? Dol. There. What about the rest of you? You're still working on it. That's fine. You could have... I'm gonna give in to your demands, that's fine. There goes the dwarfish army. Let's ransom her off as well. What is going on here? We have an artifact of some sort somewhere. Was it one of you? Nope. It's probably that book we had earlier. We do have an inspiration. She's considered the master and she wants to go to Gondor. Sure. Go to Gondor from Minas Tirith. You're gonna sit there for way too long. Ah, but 3 months is not that bad. Take it because it's the capital and we'll be done. We have an offer for a lady here who is a good chancellor. We'll accept her. There's the war done. We didn't even get to finish sieging. Not that I mind. Pilgrims quarters in Erelond. That's not relevant for me right now. We'll train for a tournament. Fine, I'll isolate the capital just so you go away with that prompt. And we should have restored Dunedain province. This is the last one. We don't seem to... the Corsair threat will finally be ended and Umbar properly integrated into the Gondorian crown, so let's do that. And we get a tooltip here. For so long, Umbar has been a southern dagger pointed at Gondor's heart. For a time under the Ship Kings, it was brought into the fold and was a prosperous province of the Winged Crown. If we could bring it back into the fold, our coastline would finally be secure. Let's do it. Since the foundation of the realms in exile, Umbar, itself a third such realm, has waxed between an annoyance and a knife poised at the heart of Gondor. During the reign of Earnil I, the havens were at last brought under Gondorian control, and it remained part of the Winged Crown for half a millennia. It became a Gondorian pretender realm when the sons of Castamir, the usurper, fled there, and since then it has been a sanctuary of pirates and foes of Gondor. Umbardasil managed to subdue it for some years, but his work still came to naught and the Corsairs have remained an unchecked scourge. Now though, with a decisive campaign which saw the royal fleet sailing into the great port, Umbar has fallen once more to Gondorian might. Now the time has come to neuter the threat for good with assimilation and integration. Let Umbar be a prosperous province of Gondor, this great haven of the Númenóreans. Earnil can rest content, his legacy is secure. So if we have a look, this is now de jure territory of Gondor, which is now a massive empire title. The next stop would be to send emissaries to Belakar. I'm not gonna do that quite yet, although I could. How old are you? 142. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Belakar has expanded in the meantime. We can double cross them later after we're gonna have to if we're gonna go for claim the mantle of Númenor in exile anyway. I would like to take Karsa away, but I think this would be a better target. Are you defending? You are defending. For what? For that title. I am fine if you lose that title. That title is not de jure yours. We could take the sand dunes. Or we could take Karsa. How soon until you integrate these kingdoms? It does not say. Do you not have the full title? You do not have the full title, so you're not going to integrate those anytime soon. we do still need to do something about our vassals. We're massively over it. I'm just gonna pause for a moment and I'm gonna have a look at everything and I'll be right back. Right, so what we're going to do, we're gonna continue to take vassals off of this gentleman here because he still has many vassals that he shouldn't have. Uh, we're gonna give her the crown. She's well developed now. Her troops should be able to handle his in case things go south. So we're gonna give her the province of the Brownlands. And that should give us a bit more renown over time because she will count towards it, I think, later on. As soon as we finish taking vassals off of him, we're gonna make him a king as well, so he can rule this entire region. We're gonna declare for Karsa so that Belakar doesn't take it, and possibly for Aokar if it still exists. And then we're probably gonna declare for the Dune Sea. From what I can see, it might be that they're connecting here, but I have doubts. I don't think they connect. If not, we could potentially attack the Kingdom of Rey and go this way. We do want to attack Rey anyway, so we can block Key. So we're gonna declare on Karsa now. We are getting close to our time limit for what we need to do. We need to pay a lot of attention so we don't miss um, the sweet spot for where we need to start thinking about going to war with Sauron. Yeah, I'll take the 900 gold. We're kind of short on cash anyway. Mar something. There we are. We're gonna get a construction guild in here. And at this point we can switch the development there. How is your development? It's doing alright. You're still lagging. Okay. Back to our conflict. Bring me something unique. We'll see what you bring. You want an alliance, but it's a defensive one. Can we not get no. I'll accept the defensive alliance. Maybe he'll propose an actual alliance. We'll see. We have that construction guild done. Let's build a market. You want to give me Nosewise Pelt. I'll take Nosewise Pelt and we'll tear it apart because we don't need it. Thank you for the money. Bears subdued as well. Come on, game. We'll carry on with the wolves. 16 days left. Sure, I'll take your champion, whatever he is. We can now give this away to you. Do you have another colony? No. We'll throw you some hill forts so you don't spend money on that yourself, and we're gonna give you this colony so that you can continue expanding it. Um, we're going to expand in this direction, I think. Your economy is doing alright for now. Back to our war. That's the wolves gone as well. Did we build here? We did not build up the settlement. Let's build up the settlement. Let's do construction guilds. Let's siege the capital. That's Bear's done as well. And we've inherited the barony. Let's take care of the barony first. We're gonna give it to a local Jalut, that's fine. And now we'll do the bear subdued bit. Let's carry on with the wolves. How are you doing? You're still far away with that, okay. Capital, I said. We have some prisoners. That's your wife, isn't it? We have construction guilds in Dol Gorman. Settlement is next. Let's get hooks on you, since nobody wants to ransom you. Let's see if we can intercept that army. So we can gain law and order for 20 years, which I don't need. Oh dear. The temple, we need to give away the temple as well. We're gonna take here Iron Constitution. No, I'll pay for it. I don't want to deal with the wolves again. 50 gold is nothing. Let's build construction guilds. There is basically no chance that you are gonna succeed in this. So you might as well keep low. And that's our holy war done. Regarding all of these, we need to feudalize them. and build hospices. I'm just gonna give them to locals. I don't care about placing certain population groups in here. Um, let's cancel that. This is gonna drain a bit of my treasury. And we're gonna kinda need the treasury. You are a vassal, why? Because you are not evil. This is a righteous faith. And the rest of your territory is where? It's that way. And you are part of Karsa, so we will keep you the way you are. Where is the capital of Karsa? It's there, okay. So what duchy are you? You're this one. We're gonna give you to a local. Can we get the crown done as well? No, we don't have enough de jure territory. Let's make this duchy as well. You are the capital. There we go. We're gonna tell you to convert people. So now the question is, how old is Aragorn? He is 142. This should be enough time to declare for the Dune Sea. Let me just check how long we've been recording. We still have a bit of time. This is not going to be an easy fight. These corridors allow for some very annoying movements. I think we're going to start here and head inland, basically. This is going to take some time to conquer. How is my development going on the colonies? You are busy developing, that's fine. You still have some time left. We're still way over our domain limit. We're gonna have to address that. Oh yes, we were taking land away from you. So let's take another vassal. How are we on stress? Not good. We're not gonna take another vassal. I'm not giving you land. I want to grant you this vassal here. He's not an important family member or anything, is he? No. I could just give you the title and start taking away your vassals. So we're gonna give you the province of Dorunen. That should fix some of my over the limit vassal issue. What else can we do? What are we not fabricating? We are fabricating. Have you done anything here? You're still developing it. Have you extended? You have not. I'm gonna tell you to do that again. You are not doing that either. I'm gonna tell you to do that as well. So we're gonna invade the Dune Sea, and after that, we're gonna have to move our capital here, because we're running out of time. We're gonna holy war you for the entire Dune Sea there. He has some land in other kingdoms as well, which is annoying, but we'll address that later. For now, we'll declare for the Dune Sea. And we're gonna raise our military here. His troops are probably gonna spill out some other direction. How many troops do you have? Not many, and you are involved in a war for that. Okay, don't care. Construction guilds are done. Let's continue upgrading this. How are you? You're getting there. Um, Impressive. You can stop raising. There's no way he has the necessary troops to counter you. You can go siege that, and Hjarmenjarond has built. So we're gonna do construction guilds as well. Go explore whatever you feel like exploring. Come back with something good, please. Bear subdued in Amon's son. Let's get rid of the bandits as well. Where was the other one? You are building that. You are building that. I'm forgetting where my colonies are again. 22 days. That's the siege there done. Let's siege that. It takes a very long time to travel through those sand corridors, which is why attacking the Dune Sea is so annoying. But at least he has Desert Warrior, which means he doesn't get a penalty for supplies. Otherwise, this would have been very painful. You came back with the Conqueror's War Chest, which has a requirement for... We don't know what the requirement is. You came back from Rovanion. This probably has something to do with the Golden Realm of Medloshukane. I don't know of anyone else who could be benefiting from this. The capital is Mistrand, which is the current capital of Medloshukane. I'm not sure why he's in Lest. Did we just finish sieging that? We have. Let's siege the next one. I don't think this will be enough to take over your entire kingdom. We may have to siege in other directions as well. We did capture someone. Let's ransom you, and Dol Gorman can now build another step. How is your economy? Not great. Let me give you some buildings for economy. How many territories do you hold? Just those two. Okay. Who else has colonies involved anywhere? Is your duchy full? No, it is not. And we're still fabricating. Okay. You are still fabricating, and we're gonna pay for that. That's still busy removing. And in the rest of them you should be good. So back to the sieges at hand. Right. His chancellor is improving relations. Someone declared war on my tributary. That was another one of my vassals there. We're gonna destroy the Pilgrim's Guide. We don't need it. Child of my dynasty. Well, we did not get a skin changer. She does have good stats though, so we're happy to see that. We will teach her ourselves. We do have events in the court. Oh yeah, this is the war chest, isn't it? I don't really care about this war chest, so we're not gonna use it. Another person can be sponsored. No, thank you. We have 3 crowns that we don't know what to do with anyway. God, it takes so long to walk that distance. No, Thrimos. Did you finish building this? You have, and you have enough development, so we're not gonna continue with that development there. We're gonna move you there. Beat this army, please. There we go. We have a claim on that title. We do need to claim this. So let's let you claim this duchy until we get the duchy title so we can get that vassal out of there. We will go south, I think. He literally walks faster around the desert than through the desert. No, my soldiers are gonna take care of this. This was in Amon San. Construction Guild. More lonely towns. You're already constructing. You have 20 days left. There you go. That was Dol Gorman as well. Let's build you up so we can pass you along. You're still nowhere near. Okay. We have another plague starting. We might as well siege that. Dolgorman is done. Let's build stockades. There's Dolgorman, so let's build local militias and pass you over to him. He should be able to develop you by himself. We can ransom people. Let's ransom people. I don't care if you don't have enough money. Literally do not care. Let's finish the rest of the tree. We do want to get whole of body. We've captured barely anything. This is what's annoying about the Dune Sea. It takes forever to go between places. Legend spread into my realm. I don't care about the legend. No Thrimos. We can build you a trading outpost so we can pass you over. We can do another colony though. Let's do one. Where? Weather Hills, I suspect. No. Is this part of my duchy? Let's work on the one that's part of my duchy. We're gonna start by removing bears. This is looking a bit more solid now, but we're still a long ways off. Let's carry on with our long march towards the middle of the dune sea. How old are you now? 144. We're getting there. I may have to white piece this. I don't think we have the time to capture the dune sea. Let's do that. Basically, at about 147, we need to start launching the attack on Sauron, because that war is gonna take a bit of time as well. You can have this colony as well, sir. I know you can sustain it. Please don't abandon it. If you do, you're awful. We can start another colony. You don't have another colony, do you? So we're gonna start this one. Right, okay. That city can do with some hospices. And you're gonna need money. So here you are. We are so far away from covering all of this. Even if we would have started earlier, I think maybe we would have been able to squeeze an extra duchy or so into it, but I don't think we would have been able to finish all of it. So at some point you have to carpet colonize. There is no other option. I don't think there is. Bustling colony as well. Did you just abandon this? You idiot. You did, didn't you? Here, have this one instead. I can't. Oh my days. This is what I mean. The AI is extremely annoying. I will become the owner of this book. I can't believe he abandoned that. I left it almost fully built. You absolute donkey. Complete and utter waste of a vassal. We inherited this barony again. Not sure why. Local militia in Yarond, which I don't know why we're building, because he's not gonna keep that colony, obviously, but okay. Are you short on money? Let me give you money. So where do we have colonies? We have one here, two here, and you're the fourth. Let's develop this one, because we know he abandons colonies to my great annoyance. How long have we recorded? We're well past the hour mark. So I think I'm gonna stop here for now. We may have to white piece this. It simply takes too long to travel along these corridors. Would you agree, a white piece? No. And if I surrender, I have to pay you more money than I know what to do with. We'll see. We'll see what we do with this. Anyway, next episode, we're probably gonna be forced to send emissaries to Belakar. We're gonna have to move our capital, take the decision that allows us to swap cultures, and invade Mordor. So that's gonna be it for now. Uh, Please leave me a comment, especially if you have any suggestions for improving things. I am curious if you think there's a better way to do the settling of Arnor, because I'm having some major issues. I think we've just about covered half of it. I'm having some major issues there. Um, if you do have any suggestions, please let me know, or any suggestions in general. Leave like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.